Hi, I'm Scott Goldfein, Editor-in-Chief and Associate Publisher of Security Sales and Integration. I'm delighted to have with me today Craig Szamania, Access Business Development Manager for Intercoms. He is with us to offer perspective on our topic of key access control trends for security integrators. Craig, thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, Scott. Great. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much to you and Security Sales and Integration, and thanks to all your listeners who will tune into this. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Glad we can do it. And for starters, Craig, could you tell us a little bit about this new business unit for Access?
Sure. So it's called Access Intercom Solutions, and it's made up of two parts of our business. The historical Access Door Station business segment and 2N. And many of your listeners are probably going, what is a 2N? So let me give you the 30-second overview of 2N. 2N is a 30-year-old company out of Prague, the Czech Republic. All we do are IP-based products and solutions. Our two biggest product lines are intercoms and access control. And together, combining with the Access Door Station business, it gives us the largest and deepest offering from a technology standpoint and support and solution standpoint in the marketplace.
Oh, congratulations on launching that this year.
Great. Thank you very much. We're excited about it.
So, Craig, what do you see as, one of the most promising access control opportunities for integrators today?
Well, Scott, that would obviously be intercoms. And all kidding aside, intercoms, I think, really represent a huge opportunity for the security integrator today. In the past, they were thought of as a mere convenience communication device. They were fairly low-tech, analog, audio only, and they were used for things like talking from the kitchen to the master bedroom and that type of thing. Today, and with the changing environment from a security standpoint, the market calls for being able to secure doors and vet people before you let them into your industrial complex, a commercial building, a school building, or school campus. And so that is a key component of the security function. And intercoms allows you from a technology standpoint to achieve all of that while minimizing the cost, so you don't have a costly guard setting at every door, and minimizing the inconvenience to people who want to get into the facilities. It speeds up the whole process. So in the past, I think integrators and dealers were walking by a lot of that business. They didn't recognize it as an opportunity. And over the last, like I say, 4 or 5 years, the business has changed dramatically with intercoms. They're high tech, and they're really a key component of a well thought out security solution. So I think that represents a great opportunity for dealers to revisit their own business and their own local market.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think are a couple of tips or pieces of advice you could offer to the integrators to succeed in that process?
Yeah, great question. First and foremost, and I kind of touched on it, is to recognize the opportunity in their own local market. Again, specs are written every day, bids are submitted, opportunities are worked with end users. And first and foremost, recognize what those opportunities are in the intercom space. And in a lot of cases, if it's an access control system or security system for a building, you could add on 20% to the total revenue of that opportunity by adding in intercom. So number one is to recognize the opportunities in your own local area. Secondly is to maybe educate yourself as the dealer, integrator, on what are all those solutions that are in the marketplace. Obviously, we'd like you to take a look at Access Intercom Solutions, but take a look at what's on the market and what fits in with your business and what fits in with your opportunities in your end users. Third, I would say is training. And we see this all the time with our some of our security dealers and integrators, in that they'll have a new opportunity. They haven't done intercoms before, and they go out to the job site with the equipment, but they haven't taken the time to train themselves on what's the best way to install it, how do I program it, how do I make this go smoothly. We have a plethora of videos and webinars and on-demand and live and white papers on our website, and taking a couple hours in advance of that install to really educate yourself on how to do the install, how to program the product will save you a tremendous amount of heartache at the job site. Mm-hmm. And I throw in one more, and that is really upfront understanding your end users' needs. So how are they going to use an intercom? Who in their facility is going to use the intercom? What times a day are they going to use it? Do you want to do cards or Bluetooth, or do you want to have logs? So there's all these questions that if you probe your customer up front, you understand their total needs, you can really design the system to fit all those needs. And in the end, you'll have a much happier customer. And, if you have a happy customer, you'll keep that customer for years.
That's all good advice. Thank you. And I think you touched on it, but are there a couple of other qualities that you would like to highlight in terms of, when an integrator is looking for a partner, a solutions provider, what attributes should they look for?
Yeah, really good. There are the basic attributes of a vendor supplying to an integrator. And I call them basics. Not all companies have it, but from a basic standpoint, the supplier has to have great technology. They have to have support of that technology in the field, so that you're putting your best foot forward with regards to bids and support on integrations into a building. The supply has to be there. Tech support for post sales has to be there. Those are all the basics. But I think what really takes a partnership forward to the next level is two things, and it's open and honest communication, and I think it's trust. And both of these things are two ways. If you have open, honest communication with your supplier and vice versa from the integrator to the supplier, then you can formulate much better designs and a much better business plan going forward. Same thing with trust.
Whether it's personal or for technology partner, I think that holds true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Craig, would you care, before we conclude, to highlight a particular product offering?
Sure. So we've launched several new products over the last couple of years. One of them is called our 2N access unit. And I have one right here, if you can see it there, hopefully. It is a great little unit. It's about 4 inches by 5 inches by about 1 inch deep. And this unit, the 2N access unit, is a 10,000 user standalone access control system. Has inputs and outputs, so you can control the door, you can receive information, and you can do logs, time and attendance, everything you want out of one unit with one PoE cable plugged into it, into your network. A great little unit for the SMB market. It also integrates into all the major third-party enterprise solutions out in the marketplace. So let's say you have a small business and you have 2 doors and you want to have an access control system. This is great for it. Or if you have a school that you want to have an intercom at the front door, but you want to have access control at the side doors, this is a great way to go. So I would suggest to your listeners that if you got an SMB opportunity out there, you might give this a try. It's available through all the access distributors as well.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for that, Craig, and thank you for sharing that perspective.
Great. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate the opportunity.
You bet. And be sure to check out SSI's 2020 Access Control Deep Dive. That's it for now. Thank you for watching and listening.